Season 2, episode number 20. Would you invite your ex to your wedding? Starting May 27th, Target is featuring great deals such as 10% off pool floats, small pools. Great for Instagram pics this summer, by the way. And also, they're having sales on kitchen appliances and gifts for dad. Look, you're also going to receive a $20 gift card when you spend $100 on all baby essentials. Don't sleep because Father's Day is coming up and you can take advantage, especially if your poppy is fabulous in the kitchen or just a foodie. Hey guys, welcome back to the Keep It 100 Girls Show. I'm Nina. I am the founder and host. And look, Keep It 100 means keeping the conversation real and true. Because on my show, there's no filter. Look, I want to be that positive influence in your life. Look, I help people who want to learn how to do it. And you're going to learn to do it with confidence with Nina. My episodes are directed primarily to the uninformed girl and guy. But all you should know that this is my jam. My goal is to grow this audience larger so that I can serve people globally, universe after universe after universe. I love doing this show because you're going to discover 50 shades of cray cray if you haven't already. I talk about things that everybody is thinking but not saying out loud because they don't have the nerve to, but I do. I also want to make sure I'm a positive influence in all my listeners' lives. If you're a person who wants to keep it 100 in their life and learn how to do it, you're in the right place. We celebrate embarrassment and all those emotional choices that either don't prevent you from making the wrong decision, stop you from making the wrong decision, or you know what? It's just an epic fail altogether. So I'm going to inspire you all in the moment to go out and live your best life by inspiring you to fulfill your purpose, whether it's in relationships, in your career, travel, whatever the case is. I'm hoping to reach out and touch. So if you seriously need a swift kick in the booty to get that crappy relationship pattern or bad life habit out of the way, then this podcast is going to help. Tell your sister, your mother, your auntie, your niece, your nephew, your friends in California, your cousin in Jamaica, your friend in London, or your squad in Africa. It's messy at times, I will admit, but you will need a hearse to die from laughing. You will get hooked on it like drugs, and you will be educated and informed in the end. Are you ready to keep it 100?
Ready to keep it 100, girl.
Oh, Nina, I keep it 100, baby.
Yes, I'm ready to keep it 100.
I'm ready to keep it 100, girl.
You know I'm going to keep it 100.
No hard feelings, wifey-to-be. Not just one ex, but he invited two. So I don't know what planet you weren't living on if you were not either watching the royal wedding last week or read about it, because every friggin' beep, iPhone notification, BuzzFeed, news feed, IG feed just had endless pics of the royal couple. But I think what resonated with me, and it speaks total big, humongous, like, dormous, and I'm making up words here. What really speaks volumes is the fact that Prince Harry invited his exes to his wedding. And in some cases, or in both cases rather, they were invited to the wedding, but not the reception. So he drew the line. And as we saw, the buck stopped at the church. Is that cool or what? I mean, for many, the idea of having a former partner, lover, their boo, thang at their wedding is not even a thought or option, at least in my world. Who does that? Seriously, and going back in time, I would have been one of those bone of contentions at one of my ex's weddings, if I was even invited. That would have sent the church up in flames if she saw me even in a pew, before their marriage actually did. But it's not about me. So you get the gist, right? Because getting married is a time to show sensitivity to your partner's feelings. Anyone who is willing to make their spouse uncomfortable on their wedding day, hello, you shouldn't be getting married. Or at least that's one of the reasons you should not be getting married. What does that say, though, about Meghan, Kate, and Diana? And there's reasons why I'm bringing up Kate and Diana. Were they or were they not uncomfortable at all? Come on, be honest here. Keep it 100 with me, because I am sure in their position, they had the privilege to lay down some caveats like Miss Meghan Markle, formerly Miss Meghan Markle, did. For example, there was definitely no reception invite. In my mind, the whole thought of it spells messy, and getting married means this. The whole hotline blinging thing of any kind, whether it's a phone call, a text, it's over. If an ex is at your wedding, you are, I hope, making that official boundary even more clear than it was before. The past is the past. Clearly, I commend Prince Harry for remaining on good terms with both his exes and being friendly enough to warrant an invitation to his nuptials last week. Look, despite the many viral facial expressions that we saw on camera, there doesn't appear to be any bad blood between Chelsea and Prince Harry, which is cool. But I think for me, there were 3 clear messages. 1, he is mature beyond his years. Even to be friends without any benefits, we all know we got to give him a high five on that one. Number 2, Meghan. We got a high five girlfriend because she is extremely secure in her relationship to even allow that. However, I'm sure she had a million things going on. She didn't have time to even stress about Chelsea and Miss Cressida Bonas. Number 3, for an ex to accept an invitation, that in itself is a bigger feat, especially when you're coming to a global, heavy publicized, public church ceremony, not only as a single woman, but in the case of Chelsea Davy, you're coming with your brother. So what message does that say? You couldn't even bring a date, want to bring a date, or have that date be the spectacle of the day, right? So if you didn't watch the wedding ceremony live last week, like most females did, I'm going to tell you all the cameras made their way to find Chelsea Davy, who dated Prince Harry for 7 years, more than the other ex. But they were looking for that perfectly awkward breakdown in public. Like, is she crying? What is she thinking? I mean, how do you even keep a straight face with all those Uber cameras watching, catching a glimpse, and people generating by the second those Giphy memes with all these type of headlines from "I'm fine, I'm over it, it could have been me" overtones? Congrats, you found the love of your life, and now comes the fun part, building that wedding registry that reflects your life together. Your registry is your happy place to get swept up in the visions of the future. And you also want to explore fun wedding registry ideas for creating a shared space that you both adore, enjoying your hobbies together, or trying something that's totally new. So let your heart lead the way to a wedding registry that feels like a wish list for your wildest dreams. With the world's largest selection of gifts at your fingertips, an Amazon registry lets you dream big. Amazon will be worth every step of the way from yes do I do? That means wedding registry suggestions, helpful gift buying details, worry-free returns, and you know there's going to be returns, and so much more. But Amazon goes above and beyond the expected to make it all about you and your future husband. So the brides and grooms out there, this is what you're going to receive. 20% off most products on Amazon. You'll have the world's largest selection at your fingertips, fast, reliable shipping, world-class customer service, and it's universal. So you could add items from other websites with the universal button. You're going to get fast, free shipping on orders over $25 or fast, free delivery on millions of items if you have Amazon Prime. So to create your own wedding registry, you're going to go to the keepit100girl.com page. So it's keepit100girl.com. You're going to go to the episode page. You're going to go to episode number 5. You're going to scroll through the show notes to the bottom, and you're going to see that Amazon wedding registry icon right there in the show notes. To make it even easier, if you like to do everything on your phone, you know what? Just look in the show notes description. You're going to see the shopping link for Amazon right there on your mobile. And check it out. So let's keep it 100 and be Chelsea for a second. I mean, she's not going to disclose her personal feelings, but you know what? Nina is going to. Because from a woman's point of view, in that 1 hour, as the cello bay was playing those romantic melodies, come on, dude stole our hearts, right? For that 1 hour. If you weren't into classical, you were a convert at that millisecond. Because what would have been going through her head? I mean, forget the woulda, coulda, shoulda for a second. It's an emotional choice to say you're even coming to the wedding and attending the wedding, to deal with the paparazzi and be a public spectacle. I'm sure she had to instant replay that whole 7-year relationship on loop in her head. I mean, I certainly would be. Yeah, she didn't want to be part of the royal commitment. That's why she didn't want to marry Prince Harry. But at the end of the day, what's even more fascinating? Come on, let's take it a step further. Not only are you instant replaying 7 years of holding hands, lovemaking, kissing, all those good times, bad times, makeup to breakup moments. Come on, especially if you're single and you don't have any distractions and you have brought your brother as your date. But it's even bigger. What's even more fascinating is there is a blue blood history in this family of inviting exes to their wedding. That's why I mentioned Kate and Diana earlier. Are these part of your royal duties that's not written anywhere? It's that unwritten rule. Prince Harry's brother, Prince William, welcomed 5 exes. That's right, past girlfriends to his 2011 wedding to Kate Middleton. Okay. And at his Poppy's wedding, Prince Charles to Princess Diana, dude invited his now wife Camilla and Diana's sister, who he formerly dated as well. I mean, come on. Did I tell you earlier that this could be messy? So I really seriously doubt Prince Harry's exes are going to reciprocate the gesture. I just don't think it's a female proper thing to do. It's just awkward for a female, and more importantly, her future husband, to be accepting of that. It's not a saving face moment that you can save, especially for a guy. But for a change, it is heartwarming to see exes, be amicable, stay in touch, and publicly support each other, as Prince Harry and Meghan did. On both sides, they took the high road. And lastly, it's the final chapter. It's the chapter of closure that we all are all too familiar with. And I'm sure having your exes in attendance won't work well if there are continued hurt feelings and if they exist. So I'm sure these ladies attended this wedding knowing there's no hurt feelings. But what I'm missing from all these recorded stories is the bigger lesson here. People are going to move on. And they're going to learn to let go because some things just need to be left in the past. My position with all of this, PSA, future husband, I'm leaning towards no invitation because that's just my female bias. There's no set yes or no, right? There's no prescription to this. There's no formula. It just depends on your current relationship with your ex and whether you're on good terms or if there's any bad feelings left, especially if it's between the brides. It also depends how secure your soon-to-be spouse feels in his or her relationship with you. Ex-lovers can become very good lifelong friends or also bitter enemies. And that wraps up another episode of the Keep It 100 Girl Show. We celebrate embarrassment and those emotional choices that don't prevent you from making the wrong decision. Maybe they stop you from saving yourself, or maybe you just have an epic failure. Every week, men and women share their 50 Shades of Cray Cray, and Nina reveals what they were thinking all this time, but they didn't say it out loud until now. I'm here. I'm here to help you become the healthiest mind, body, and self. And you know what? I'm going to suggest things that'll make you say, has Nina lost her friggin' mind? The fact that you are being open and honest with me every week is a true testament of what Keep It 100 really means. Every week, I reveal our tell-all experiences, aha moments, advice, and lastly, mother friggin' girlfriend knowledge. I'm here to empower you every week and give you that weekly dose of self-confidence to help you realize your worth. So new episodes of the Keep It 100 Girl Show, we drop every Tuesday, whether it's on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, TuneIn Radio, and Auto Radio. But before you go, I want you to give me some love, 100 Nation. If you like this episode or any other ones, kindly leave a rating and review on whatever platform you use. I rely on it heavily because it helps me, little old me, stand out from this big old crowd, this global crowd, and it helps women and you men too understand us and yourselves better. You can hit me up on the gram. You can find me at Nina Babel. And also, if you need some photography, I'm just slipping this one in. You can find me on the gram at Niba, Niba Photos. Tune in next week to Flyer Girl Talk. This is a new segment that I've launched. Summer is coming, and if you're taking a long haul flight somewhere in this magnificent world of ours, then you're going to want to tune in next week, especially if you're a first timer, to understand the Nina do's and don'ts, especially if you're flying 8 hours or greater. I keep it 100. I keep it real. I keep it true. Smooches.